Guys, it's Sarah, and I am here with my first layout using the April Premium Kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and I am using the premium kit that's called Charming. And I am going to be scrapbooking this gastropub that my husband or my entire family and I went to when we went to Santa Fe, New Mexico, when we lived in New Mexico. And I just hadn't scrapped these pictures yet, and I definitely wanted to because it was a cool little like hole in the wall place that we had heard about, and the food and the beer were both very delicious. So I'm going to use this here today, and my husband is the only person in the picture, so perfect supplies to be using for pictures that only have him in it. So I'm using this the Bow Bunny yellow paper for my background here, and I'm going to ground my pictures with washi tape and a couple strips of that aqua paper. And I really love the deep tones of this washi tape. It's really, really pretty. So I'm going to use these to kind of ground because I have 3 4x6 pictures that I'm using on this layout. And as you can see, 2 of them are vertical and 1 is horizontal. So I'm going to use the horizontal one on top, and that's just a picture of food. And then the 2 horizontals, or sorry, the 2 verticals, one is the beer and one is my husband drinking the beer. And I love the one with my husband in it because he's got his pinky up. Because when they brought little samples, I think he got like a flight of beer. So it has like little samples of, a few different ones, and they were so tiny. They were so cute. So he put his pinky up. It was pretty funny. And then the food with the picture is, the picture with the food is my lunch. I had a delicious Reuben sandwich and really good homemade potato chips. So, okay, so I am going to go ahead and back my pictures onto this yellow cardstock. This is from my stash, so this did not come in the kit, but it is some scraps that I have, and the tones go nicely with the background paper, and it's only showing a little bit. I just needed a little bit of separation there for my pictures, so I went ahead and did that for my stash, and then everything else on here is going to be from the kit. So I'm going to do my title with the thickers, and I'm spelling out Gastropub. Now I spell it wrong at first. I forgot the R, but I will go back in a second and grab that because I realized that it's like, wait a minute, where's my R? There it is. Okay. And I'm not sure where I'm going to put it because it's kind of a longer title, that word, and I don't have a ton of real estate, as you can see on my layout here, just because the pictures are pretty large. So I'm trying to see if there's anywhere else I could put it, but I'm thinking I'm going to put it right on top of my pictures here. They stand out enough, and I'm not covering anything up in the pictures that, necessarily has to be seen. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to leave it there just for now. I'm going through the little Amphara pack, and I really like this lace border that's in there, and I have enough that I can do a little border underneath both of my pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that out. I'm going to keep out a wood veneer arrow from there as well. And then I see this word charming on the stamp set, and I want to use that as part of my title as well. So my full title is going to be Charming Gastropub. So I'm going to stamp that out on a little scrap of the cardstock that I use to back my pictures. And then I'm going to cut that down and cut it into a banner. And I will put that above the word Gastropub there, and that will complete my title. So I'm just going to cut that down, and then I will do little fishtails on either side to make a banner. And the ink that I used was VersaFine, and I used Black Onyx. That's my favorite ink. It just comes out really nice and crisp, and it dries really quickly. So, and it doesn't stain your stamps. I used to love StazOn, but that really stains your stamps. So I don't tend to use that too much anymore. I like it where I can clean my stamps off right afterwards. So, okay, so I'm going to put this ribbon down. I'm committing to that, and I'm going to grab my score tape, and I'm going to use this to put it down. So this is double-sided, very strong tape. And since this is lace, it is going to, I can put my fingers on it and I can feel the adhesive even on the top, but my pictures are going to go right over it, so it's not going to make a difference. If I was not putting my pictures over this, I would probably maybe think of something else to use, but, in this case, my pictures are going to go over where the score tape is showing through, if that makes any sense at all. I hope it does. How lace has all the holes and stuff in it, so... I'm just putting that down. I'm not worrying about making it super straight. It's just lace. It's okay. And so it's just going to peek out from underneath my photos here. I'm trying to make sure everything's straight. As straight as I can make it. Okay, so I do like the way that the thickers look on top of my photo, so I'm going to go ahead and put those down. They stand out enough against the photos, so I really like that. Put that right on top, and then I will put that wood veneer arrow down there as well. And now I'm just going to go through my little pack here and see if there's anything else I want to add. I kind of play around with some of the clips here, but I don't know, I have trouble with clips. I always have issues figuring out how to use those. I think I've used paper clips here and there, but just I don't tend to gravitate towards them. So I'm going to need to figure out something with those. But okay, so I'm going through the die cut pack here that was in the kit as well, and I'm going to pull out a couple things that I think are going to work. I'm just going to pull all of them out and then see what works here. So I do find that little wonderful tag, and then this right here says the best of days, I think, or the best. I can't see it. You'll see it better in the close-ups. And then I have a heart and a little label as well. So I'm going to use all of these. The best kind of day, that's what it says. I can see it right there. So I'm going to use those, and then I'm trying to think about what I'm going to use for my journaling. I'm not quite sure if I want to write directly on that paper. It is a little bit it has some texture to it, so I'm not sure. And then I remember the backs of the packaging for the Not Just for Boys products are all usable this way. So some of them have labels printed on them that you can cut out that I've used before. Some of them, like this one, has white space with a banner on it, so I'm going to use that for my journaling. So definitely, if you get these kits, take a look at those, because you can definitely make those work for you. And it's a package, so I use the packaging from the flare badges there. Okay, so for the label there, I put Santa Fe, New Mexico, because that's where we were. And then here I am writing out about our experience at the restaurant there. And then for a little bit of a finishing touch, I'm going to add these gold stars. I really love these stars. They are super thick, and they really pop, especially against the yellow. I really like the way that they look. So I'm going to use them just like enamel dots and put 3 in a couple different places here. And in order to put those down, I'm going to use some glue dots to put them down on my layout here. And I really like the way it looks. And when I'm done, I kind of look around just to make sure there's nothing else I want to put down, but there really isn't. I don't want to do too much because my pictures are very large on this layout. And I've said everything I needed to say, and I really like the simplicity of it. So I'm going to leave it the way it is here after I get all these stars put down. And then I also do need to attach my wood veneer arrow, which I will do with some quick dry adhesive here in just a second. I'm taking one more look just to make sure, and then realize I need to put this down, so I'm going to get this down here, and then that is going to complete my layout. So I have some close-ups coming up here for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you guys have not checked out these kits, make sure you do. I will warn you though, they sell out very quickly, very quickly. So if you want to grab yourself a kit at some point, I would highly suggest doing it sooner rather than later. All right, let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you again soon.